Bayern Munich showed their strength in the Bundesliga by beating RB Leipzig 5-1 on Friday. This win gives them a 7-point lead at the top of the table. The match started with 2 quick goals. Jamal Musiala scored for Bayern just 28 seconds and after a mistake by Leipzig. Benjamin Sesko equalized for Leipzig a minute later with a goal from Lois Openda's cross. After that, Bayern took control. Konrad Laimer, who used to play for Leipzig, scored the second goal, and Joshua Kimmich added a stunning long-range goal shortly after. In the second half, Bayern sealed the win with 2 more goals in quick succession. Leroy Sane scored the 4th, and Alphonso Davies headed in the 5th from a great cross by Kimmich. Luis Diaz is interested in moving to Barcelona if his contract talks with Liverpool don't progress. He has been a key player this season, scoring 9 goals and providing 3 assists in 22 games. Diaz has played in almost all of Liverpool's matches and even filled in as a central striker at times. Liverpool is focused on renewing contracts for stars like Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, but they are also in talks with Diaz's representatives. His current deal runs until June 2027, so there's no rush. But interest from other clubs could change that. Reports suggest Liverpool is facing some issues in extending his contract. While Diaz isn't pushing for a move, he is said to prefer joining Barcelona over other clubs like PSG and AC Milan. He is valued at around 80 million euros, which might be a problem for Barcelona given their financial situation. For now, Diaz is important to Liverpool, who are doing well in the Premier League and other competitions. After a recent win, coach Arne Slot mentioned that Diaz can play in various positions, including striker, and has been performing well. Overall, Diaz has scored 33 goals and made 16 assists in 120 games for Liverpool, and he hopes to win trophies this season. Tijani Reijnders scored the only goal in the second half, leading AC Milan to a 1-0 victory over Verona in Serie A on Friday. This win was crucial for Milan, who had not won their last 2 league games and moved up to 7th place in the standings. Milan struggled in the first half and almost fell behind when Tomas Suslov nearly scored after taking advantage of a mistake by Samuel Chukwueze. Milan also faced a setback when Rafael Leo had to leave the game due to a muscle injury. In the 56th minute, Reijnders made a great run and scored with a precise shot into the top corner. Verona fought hard but couldn't find an equalizer and now sit just above the relegation zone. Dele Alli has announced he's leaving Everton in a heartfelt social media post, thanking the club for their support during his difficult journey. Once a top player, he scored 46 goals in his first 3 seasons at Tottenham and helped England reach the World Cup semi-finals in 2018. However, his last competitive match was in February 2023 while on loan at Besiktas, and he has been training with Everton since his contract ended last summer. Dele hoped to secure a deal with Everton, but injuries affected his training. Now, he feels it's time to move on. In his message, he expressed gratitude to the fans, staff, and players at Everton for their support and mentioned that he's looking forward to new opportunities in 2025. There are reports that Dele might start training with the Italian club Como in January, as their manager, Cesc Fabregas, is hopeful about it. Fabregas stated that training with Como would help Dele get back in shape. Manchester City is looking to boost their season by signing up to 3 players in the January transfer window. However, manager Pep Guardiola is concerned about getting good value for money. City needs a central midfielder, a fullback, and a forward as they prepare to face Aston Villa after winning only one of their last 11 matches. Guardiola said they're not big fans of the transfer window, but may need to make changes due to the unique challenges this season. Top targets include Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes and Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. City needs to strengthen their midfield, especially with Rodri likely out for the season due to injury. While Mateo Kovacic has been reliable, they prefer a natural replacement. Guardiola hopes new signings will help improve a defense that has already conceded 23 goals in 16 games this season. Guimaraes, Newcastle's captain, has caught the eye of several clubs, while Zubimendi was linked to Liverpool over the summer but decided to stay at Sociedad. Manchester United is eager to part ways with Marcus Rashford in January and may even consider loaning him out. Rashford, who has been at the club since he was a kid, recently expressed that he's ready for a new challenge after being left out of the squad for the Manchester Derby. New manager Ruben Amorim is trying to bring discipline to the team and sent a message by dropping Rashford from the squad. United is open to selling him for about £40 million but faces challenges due to his high salary of £325,000 a week, which limits potential buyers. There's interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia, but Rashford may not want to make such a significant move this early in his career. Recently, there's been unrest at United, leading the club to think about loaning Rashford out for the rest of the season, similar to what they did with Jadon Sancho before he moved to Chelsea. United prefers not to strengthen their Premier League rivals, so they would only loan him to a club in Europe. Teams in Spain, France, and Germany are reportedly watching the situation, with Paris Saint-Germain being a possible destination. Rashford said he wants to leave on good terms and won't speak negatively about the club. Amorim has said that he believes in Rashford's talent and wants to help him regain his form, despite being critical of Rashford's comments about wanting to leave. Mason Mount is feeling heartbroken after suffering another injury that will keep him out for an unknown period. He had to leave the field during the Manchester derby last weekend and looked very upset as he went off. In a statement, Mount expressed how devastated he is and reassured fans that he will keep fighting and not lose hope during this tough time. He promised to give his all to recover. Manager Ruben Amorim confirmed that Mount will miss the holiday season due to his injury and said he will be out for several weeks. He acknowledged that injuries are part of football and that he will focus on helping Mount during his recovery. Amorim also mentioned that he can't address all the injury problems the team is facing, but will support Mount by teaching him the game while he heals. He noted that the team doesn't have enough time to train properly because of the injuries. Real Madrid is considering bringing Rafa back from Napoli in January to strengthen their defense. The team has been hit hard by injuries, leaving Carlo Ancelotti needing to make some moves. While Ancelotti usually prefers not to sign players during the January transfer window, he may look for low-cost options, like loans, to help until the end of the season. Marin hasn't played in the league this season and has been told his role at Napoli won't change. He joined Napoli from Real Madrid in July after a successful loan at Alaves, but has had limited chances in Italy. Due to his frustrations, Marin might be interested in returning to Spain, especially with Villarreal also looking to sign him on loan for 6 months.